Hello everybody and welcome to my videos. Today I have another story for you. Yes, it's about a building, obviously. A real live building in downtown Amarillo, Texas, in the United States of America. And I haven't been there in a while, but I miss it. It has some great buildings. So, without further ado, let me introduce you the Herring Hotel. Okay, it was an oil boom hotel era hotel built in the 20s, built by Cornelius Taylor for businessmen and cattle hands to unwind and talk business and whatnot. It was a hub, probably even the tallest building in Amarillo when it was built, or even the whole Panhandle. Well, I mean, Amarillo is really the only actual city in the Panhandle. Alright, now let's fly around the building here. Zoom out. As you can see, it's a hulking 13-story building. Very nice. And I'm just showing you what you're actually going to be seeing in street view. Fenced-in, crumbling parking lot. Now, there would be light poles. Sorry, computer. There'll be light poles here, but I guess I forgot to include them. And then you'll see power lines running here. You'll see a vacant lot where a motel used to be. You will see that there's a newer, more modern bus terminal here. And then just from the street, you'll actually see just the rest of the building. So I did my best to reconstruct the block as close as possible. So, and the building is there almost as exactly as you see it. I used the sizes from Google Earth and images to make the building model. Just some more of that fly through. So it's an abandoned building in Amarillo that obviously needs some help. It's on 3rd Avenue and Pierce Street, so look those up in Amarillo. And people will wonder, is this original? Because this is actually very ugly. And I will say, no, it's not original. It was added in the 70s when it became a federal building. It wasn't a hotel forever. Hotel must have died or not had business or something, and then the federal offices bought it. And then they refurbished it, their ugliness ways, tacky doors, tacky exterior, just a tacky disgrace in general to this building. I mean, seriously. But, I mean, a federal building needs to be secretive, but why didn't they choose any other building or build a new building? I don't know. Money, maybe. But, this is tacky. And if someone were to rescue this building, what I recommend is probably bringing it back to its original grandeur. After looking at a lot of vintage photos of the building, kind of actually see what it looked like. So give me a second to transform this model here as to what it really looked like before and what it should return to in the future. Because it could come back to this. I mean, obviously modern updates and stuff, but you can still retain the look. As you can see, clean storefronts. The original pillars should still be there. I mean, obviously for the structure of the building. Beautiful overhangs. I mean, look at that. And then, I mean, there's obviously the side entrance for the hotel, other stalls. I mean, definitely, and you can see how much more harmonious that is to the original building. Sorry, this thing keeps jumping out. And I mean, as you can see here, I mean, details are amazing. I'm surprised nobody has actually stepped in to save this building. The building doesn't even look that bad in terms of structural integrity and in general, like, I mean, it really doesn't. It looks like you could buy it and then abate the asbestos and do other things, and then be ready to actually build in it. And let me put it more into perspective. Look up Pioneer Hotel, Lubbock, Texas. It is actually a building similar to this one, and it was in worse shape. Bricks were actually falling off the exterior, vandalism, and it even took a tornado hit in 1970. An F4 or F5 tornado hit. And they saved it. It became apartments or something, I think, and then storefronts on the first floor. Similar to how this one really should be. But they did it. They fixed it. So look it up, Pioneer Hotel. I think it's on Broadway Street in Lubbock. Yeah. But look that one up, and you'll see old photos of it versus newer photos of it. And then also look at, other cities like Detroit and stuff. Bankrupt city. But asbestos abatement and just other things, they were able to successfully save entire buildings. So, it's a funny how there's a lot of fuss and a lot of things going on about this building that I feel, if other cities can do it that are maybe less fortunate than Amarillo, I don't see why Amarillo couldn't save this building. And it would be worth it too. If you look at it this way, you see this bus terminal here? They built it about 10 years ago or more. I think more. And obviously people are in the area, because especially for the terminal this size, all the people there, it would be worth it to change it to something. Maybe the Convention Center Hotel. Namely, it's actually next to the Convention Center. Close enough to the Convention Center. Library in a way. Whatever. But I lived in Amarillo, and some of our school functions happened in the Convention Center. Towards downtown. You'll kind of see it just standing there on the edge. On the eastern edge of downtown. Can't miss it, but I would be really sad if Amarillo decided to lose it. Because I think it's worth the save. And everything around it is just empty lots, so, really. Oh, one other thing. You see the fire escape? I learned that in most recent Street View that they removed the fire escape. And then there was also another one tucked back here. They removed that too. This tall chimney they removed, which I'm not really sure why, but that is. And like another criticism for the salvation of the building is parking. Obviously, in a modern hotel, this parking would never do, especially for a building this size. What I would suggest is probably building a multi-tier parking garage for hotel guests only. Multi-tier, and then still have the connective entrance in the back, access to the lobby. The lobby of this building is actually still there. It's really cool. You can just find it like Herring Hotel inside or something. And then what used to be here as more part of this block is this used to be a roadway motel, a roadway inn. It's actually demolished before I was born because Amarillo's imagery actually goes only back to 1991, which was the year I was born. However, I wasn't born in Amarillo, but I lived there for quite some time. There's that. So yes, this is a little spill on a building like this. Very nice. And I also, it's just full of character. Look at it. It's got the light shaft and its own little containment buildings. It's pretty much got you set. Then the hallways are their convenient H. Seems like how a hotel should be. So I think it would come back to a hotel, especially if I were to fix this building up. Possibly condominiums on the upper 3 or 2 floors. The possibilities are endless with this kind of building. Really should consider it. It would be an asset to the city of Amarillo. And then it would also probably help build up the area around it. Open up some restaurants, some stores, and then use its own storefronts. Alright, well, that's this building, and I hope to see the future of it, a bright one. And if you're ever in Amarillo, or you live in Amarillo, or see pictures of Amarillo, don't miss this building. This is worth looking at. Alright, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. If you liked it, please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll get back with you later. Alright, everybody, thank you. Have a great day.